Dancing with the Dead comes with this neat little 64-page book, and the price that a lot of people will end up buying it for is, rather worth it, because I think it's about a quarter what it used to be. About $5 instead of 20. And some of these are just singing stuff. Some of these are sort of structured in a way to put people into various trances of exaltation, accepting of depression. Some of them are obviously intended to do things to other beings than us living ones. The dead themselves, the various entities that may be involved in the process. Some of it's cosmological in terms that it represents some external event. Some of this is designed to be done separate even from the body, or just something you go and show up at the gravesite. Others, it's part of the procession where they carry the corpse to the gravesite, or the funeral pyre, or the scavenger attracting pile. And the funeral eulogy was just a sung eulogy. And if you've done well in life, it's better for you when you're gone. Not that you want anything but, that you're going to live as long as it's good for you. It said that the jinn like the playing of musical instruments, while otherwise it might be the vibrations of the hymns or the scriptures or whatever you're going to call them. Some of it sounds, without looking it up, Hindu or Cuban or Chinese or Sufi. And there is some translation with some of this. The Papua New Guinea thing sounds like the whistle thing. Now, it almost sounds out of tune, but then again, it's, you notice that after a few minutes of it, and by the way, this is the best timed one. This is the 3 minutes and 33 seconds one. The Nasi Oi music performed at the funeral. And the Jewish one sounds pretty close to the Sufi one in terms of the language they're using. But of course, the Semitic languages are rather the same. And people say, oh, the Jews, they don't believe in the afterlife. They always did. A lot of the rabbis have talked about it like there isn't a hell, isn't a heaven. It's about, doing good while you're here or something. It is about doing good while you're here, but You definitely find that linguistically in tonic. Even the books of Moses. But it's just the emphasis is on what you're doing in this life. And that God, that once God can forgive you. So you'll find different sorts of bells and wind instruments and stuff you beat, and some string instruments. And there's, of course, a difference with the funeral pyre. It reminds me of, that trumpet, like the Day of Judgment sort of thing. And the Vaishnava thing, you have the generations from hell. But the 71 generations talked about is it's not, ascendants or descendants, it's the 71 parts of yourself. So you look at the person, but the final step to liberate your last self is to believe and do the right things when you look upon or look towards the perfected individuals. Of course, there's different African ones. Some of this Brazilian and whatnot sounds like what you'd expect of the voodoo ceremony or hoodoo and all that. And that's, ancestor worship is pretty strong with a lot of people. And the Native American song sounds rather, obvious, as in if you're going to identify which ones is it. But the they're unusually shaped coffins and all sorts of stuff. So it's a nice little book that goes with it. And they're talking about mummies and people that were, and how this sort of stuff can relate to otherwise. And of course, everything is credited, and a lot of this stuff was live. So it's not like they sat in the studio and just, but there's a mystery, a solemnness, a seriousness about it.